Well, hello there. How you doing today, guys? My name's Pern. This is some more China Rising videos. It's also the 3rd day of December, and you know what that means? Another giveaway for you guys. That information will be at the end of the video, but for now, let's talk about this map. I have finally found a map on Conquest that I have chemistry with. A map for Conquest on Battlefield 4 that I really, really like. It's this one, guys. We're playing a little bit of Silk Road right now. I didn't even know there were deserts in China. I guess you learn something every day. They also have fenced-in compounds in the desert. I guess that's a new thing. And boom. So, I had a lot of fun playing this map. And I'm not a Conquest guy. I'm not a guy that appreciates Conquest because I find it's just a big old game of Ring Around the Rosie. This was not so much. It's kind of cool. And I like this map because it does something that the other Conquest maps do not do, in my opinion, and that's offer simple balance. Now, I wanted to talk about this, because at first I was like looking at this map and I'm like, oh my god, do we not have enough desert maps, DICE? What are you doing? All of my crevices are full of sand. And I'm like, come on now. And then I get to playing the map, even going into it negatively. I went into playing the map and I fell in love with it. It was awesome. You have a great variety of armor on the map. You have anything from dirt bikes. You want to get intimate, put some slams on it, and run up against somebody. Go for it. Make them freak out. There's LAVs everywhere, helicopters, jets. This is ideal for the Battlefield Conquest game type. My problem with Conquest is usually there's not enough armor to balance out the amount of land to cover. So like the armor to land ratio. It's like every objective I go to while playing this map, there's fights going on. There are tanks fighting each other, there's people fighting each other, there's helicopters fighting each other. There's always something going on. And one of my biggest problems with Conquest, why I hate it so much, is that they separate things too much. Now, I know it's essential for Conquest that when you play the game type, you want each objective to kind of be its own little battleground. Each objective has, you know, it's a squad versus squad or something like that. There's always individual fights for you to fight over that. I mean, if you care about it, you fight for it. And that's kind of how it's always been. Now, the one thing that I've not agreed with is quite often, more often than not, in most maps, Caesar Shanghai being the perfect example, is that there's usually 1 or 2 objectives that are just kind of like all infantry-based. And then there's usually 1 or 2 objectives that are basically all armor-based, tank-based, so that if any infantry go near there, they're just going to be obliterated by all the armor. And some of the maps, like Siege, for example, and that whole tower is just infantry. You get the occasional helicopter up top, the occasional armor down below, but for the most part, that's almost always infantry. And I don't like that. I mean, some people like the differences so that there's a place for infantry people. There are game types for people that only like to do infantry. Conquest is not one of those, so the fact that they're trying to cater so that, you know, some areas that are infantry and some aren't, I'm not a big fan of that. I play Conquest because I want to see both of them be forced to fight against each other. I want to see them mesh. I want to see them fight to the death. And this map does that perfectly. I love it. It's kind of like a big bowl, a big desert bowl. I didn't say dessert, you fatty. I said desert bowl. It's basically a giant canyon, if you will, that has ridges and unique abstract kind of, you know, morphing cliffs and stuff, and it just looks really, really cool. There's lots of cover, even though it's kind of a wide open map. There are, I guess, higher areas, like where the objective I'm on right now, capping, is kind of higher up on the level scale. Then you get some deeper areas, and I really like that there's varying levels, but also there's compounds to separate them. There are little buildings and fences and stuff that complicate things and kind of vary away and kind of stop, you know, tank shells from coming in. So they kind of have individual fighting areas, and I like that about this map. Never have I dealt with a map on Battlefield 4 like this one. This is the one that I like a lot because it does so fucking well at making it a game where both infantry is just as important as armor and tanks and everything like that. There are helicopters. Everything is going on at once, and it works so well together. Instead of it being separated, certain areas do this and that. Some of them work together. Some of them are for armor. It does a really, really good job at making it all work together, and we're talking synergy, bitches. Synergy. And I thoroughly applaud them for making this map. I went into it negatively, like, great, more desert. This is going to be stupid. And I ended up really, really liking it. So, hopefully you enjoyed the video. hopefully you get out there and play this map. If you guys are big Conquest guys, I think this will be the map that you appreciate the most. And when you start to play, you'll understand what I'm saying, what I'm trying to explain to you guys, and knowing that there's a really, really good kind of communication and necessity between all classes. No longer do I feel unprepared when I'm infantry. I'm not having to worry about being overrun by tanks and stuff because I have my own tanks to protect me. Everything seems so balanced on this map, and that's what I applaud it for. So if you haven't yet, go play Silk Road. It's the giant desert map. Yep, you can go find it. There's even sandcastles. You can build sandcastles. I'm not kidding at all. Actually, I just lied to you. How excited were you, though, right? I'm sorry to just kill your dream. Santa doesn't exist either. I know. Bad guy Pwn. Anyways, if there were sandcastles, you know, there'd be douchebags running them over with C4, you know, dirt bikes. Like, yeah, look at the sandcastle evolution. Anyways, fun map. Good map, lots of ridges, lots of high areas, different altitudes, and stuff like this, areas to hang out with, and a really, really good kind of communication and balance between the armor and the infantry, and I like it that they're both needed on every objective. So, that's where I stand. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you can, teabag that like button, soldier, as it's always appreciated. And for those guys that are entering in the Christmas giveaway, obviously every day in December for the 25 days of Christmas, pilot now! I want you guys to just leave a comment saying, hey, I want a present. Yesterday's present was, in fact, a set of 5 mechanics gloves. Mechanics are the guys that create gloves, so technically we have 5 winners, and that's one of the things that you're going to deal with. Sometimes there are going to be multiple winners. So 5 pairs of gloves coming out to you guys today. You guys can do what you want with them. Punch babies, you know, strangle dolphins, whatever you want to do, go for it. So those are going to be out there. Hopefully you do enjoy those too. I want to remind you guys that we are trying to raise money for a family, so if you have it in you, and you want to help a family in need. Jaden was a 9-year-old that passed away this last week. His mother donated his organs to save other kids' lives. He has a 16 and 17-year-old brother they left behind. And I want nothing more than to help these guys have a really, really good Christmas. They're still using an Xbox 360 and stuff like that. I would like to upgrade them. I would like to do something nice for their mom, but unfortunately she now knows what my channel is, so I can't bust that bubble right now. But if you guys could and you have a couple extra dollars, feel free to leave a donation at the PayPal down below to pitch in to help make a difference to this family that's been through a rough time. So thank you guys for your time. Thank you for everything you've done. Look forward to some more videos tomorrow. And subscribe if you're new here. Remember, we've got another 22 days of awesome goodiness to give away. And on the 25th day, we'll have a big prize. And also, there'll be prizes for people that donated specifically to help this family out. The kind of like every dollar counts as an entry kind of thing. So thank you guys. Have a good day. Stay moist. Unless you're playing on this map, because there's no room for moistness. Just... if you got a hole, there's sand in it. Just saying, guys. Just saying.